This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so we are starting our next topic, that is good receipt part 2. Okay, the topics that we are going to cover in good receipt part 2, they are, we will see return delivery to good receipt for good receipt, then entering a subsequent delivery, how to create a purchase order with return item, okay, how to reverse a posted goods movement, goods receipt for a purchase order with order price unit different from the order unit. Okay, manually set the delivery completed indicator during goods receipt entry. Circumstances in which the final delivery indicator is automatically set when posting a goods receipt. Prerequisites for shelf life expiration date check. Good receipt function during shelf life expiration date check. So these are the topics we will be covering in the good receipt part 2. Okay, so we'll start with return delivery. Okay, so what is return delivery? You want to send damaged or faulty materials with reference to the original delivery back to the vendor, which is called return delivery. That means you received the material from the vendor supplier, and then you observed that the material is not good, material got damaged, or material is not what do you call not meeting your quality expectations. So in those kind of scenarios, you do the return delivery. That means you return back the goods to the vendor. Okay, so that is what called return delivery. You have entered goods from the vendor in the system with reference to a purchase order. Okay, now after this, now you have determined that, for example, the incorrect material was delivered, or that the quality of the delivered material is insufficient. In these cases, you return the material to the vendor. You return the material to the vendor. Okay, so that return delivery, now we will see how to do it in the system. Okay, so this is the one. You have the purchase order. Against the purchase order, you received the material into your location with 101 movement. Now if you want to return the material to the vendor, make the return delivery, then it will be 122 movement time. With 122 movement time, you make the return delivery to the vendor. If it is received with 103 movement, non-valuated GR blocked stock, then you will do the return delivery with 124 movement time. So this is what called return delivery. You are returning the goods back to the supplier. Okay, so now we will see how to do this in the system. We will see some practicals now. Okay, I will log on to the system. Okay, so let's create a fresh I'll take a material in the system. Okay, I'll take this material, hydrochloric acid. I'll take this material. Okay, let's check first material master settings, whether any quality inspection is there or not. We will check. Just 1 minute. Okay, let's go to quality management view. Okay, I'll delete everything. Okay, I'll delete inspection type. Continue. Okay, and plant data storage one view. Just 1 minute. Huh? Okay, nothing is there. That's okay. I'm saving this material. Okay, now for this material, I'll create a fresh PO. Okay, I'm creating a purchase order. ME21N. Okay, I'm creating a purchase order. Let's say this is a vendor. Enter purchasing group, company code. Enter. Now I'll enter the material. I'll enter the plant 1000. And now I want to purchase, let's say 100 liters. 100 liters. Okay, I entered all the data. Okay, not a problem. Okay, I entered all the data. Okay, now I'm saving the purchase order. Okay, so purchase order got created. This is my purchase order. Okay, let me put it in the notepad file. Okay, purchase order. This is my purchase order. Okay, now again this purchase order, I'll do the goods receipt. First, initially we are receiving the material. Okay, let us receive the material. MIGO. Okay, copy the PO. Okay, now let's do the MIGO. MIGO. Okay, good receipt. Purchase order. Enter the purchase order number. Enter. Okay, so now we are receiving the material from the supplier. Okay, quantity okay. Go to where? Enter the storage location. Enter, done. Everything is okay. Purchase order, everything is okay. Now check once. It will create a batch. That's okay. Now check again. Done. Now post it. So now system will create a material document. Okay, so we received the material. Okay, this is a material document. Okay, enter the material document number here. Okay, now let's say once you receive, you identified that this they have delivered incorrect material or material quality is not good. Now you want to do the return delivery. So now you do the return delivery. So to do the return delivery, what you need to do is here select the option. Okay, return delivery. You see there is an option called return delivery. So select the return delivery. Now return delivery you can do for a material document or for a delivery note also. That means when you are doing the GR, you can enter a delivery note here. For the delivery note also, if you enter here, it will do the return delivery. So you select the return delivery, material document, enter your material document number. This is my material document number. System automatically copied here, return delivery document number. Okay, now execute. Okay, so now it will copy the data from the material document. Before that, if I go to the PO, ME23N, if I go to the PO, this is the PO 21588. So now if you go to the PO, if you go to purchase order history, as of now, only material document it is showing. The movement type is 101. Now when I do the return delivery, when I go to the return delivery screen, see, system by default picking the movement type 120. The movement type is 122. This is the one. This is the one we are discussing. With 101 movement, we received the stock into our plant. Now with 122 movement, we are doing the return delivery to the vendor. The movement type is 122. System by default pick the movement type 122. Okay. Now I am before that I will show you one more thing. I'll go to MMBE. You can see the stock first. If I go to MMBE, for this material, you can see the stock. See, this is the stock as of now. We received 100. We received 100 stock. Okay. Now when I do the return delivery, the stock will go. The stock again will go because we returned the stock to the vendor. Okay. So now let me post the return delivery. Check everything. Okay. See, now the moment I check, it is asking you to enter the reason for movement. Why we are doing the return? Okay. So that reason for goods movement you need to enter. It will be available somewhere here. Partner batch. It's okay. Or it will be here. It will be available somewhere here. Where it is. delivery note quantity. Okay, somewhere it will enter you the reason for movement text term. This one, let me enter quality fail. I'll put it here as of now. Quality problem. Okay, I entered text. Somewhere you will have the reason. This one, reason for movement. Okay, here you see the reason for movement. There is a column, there is a field. So now if you click on this one, you get the reason for movement: poor quality, incomplete, damaged. So these qualities you can configure some reason for movements also. I'll show you that also in a minute. So as of now, let's say poor quality 0001. I entered this one. Okay, so based on the movement type, system will ask you to enter the data in different fields. So done. Now check. Okay, document is okay. Now you post it. That means we have returned the stock to the vendor through return delivery. Now if you go to the purchase order, again you can see the return delivery details in the purchase order. ME23N. Okay, see. Now in the purchase order, now return delivery is updated. The movement type is 122. This is a return delivery material document. Stock is returned, that is why there is stock with minus sign, quantity with minus sign. Okay, so here what you need to understand is, and as we return the stock to the supplier, the stock will disappear from the stock overview. Now when I refresh the screen, see, now there is no stock because we returned the stock to the vendor. This is what called return delivery to the vendor. Now after this we will be discussing subsequent delivery. Now once you do the return delivery, what your supplier, your vendor does is, whatever we return back, against that in place, again he will do the delivery. He will send the fresh material which is called subsequent delivery. Okay, which is called subsequent delivery. So here, if the vendor sends you a substitute delivery after the return delivery, you can enter the new goods receipt as a subsequent delivery. That means again he will deliver in place of that returned material. So in a subsequent delivery, you refer to the material document of the original good receipt or to the material document of the return delivery. You can refer to any one of those documents. Okay, the original reference document number is therefore copied to the new material document. This is what will happen. Okay, so which is called subsequent delivery. This is the one. So for subsequent delivery, the movement type can be 101 or it can be 103. So this is the flow we are discussing. We created the purchase order with movement type 101. We received the material, and with 122 movement, we again returned the material back to the vendor. Return delivery we made, and against that material document return delivery, vendor will do the again subsequent delivery. Okay, so this is the flow. So now let's see how to do subsequent delivery. So here we have done the return delivery. What is a material document of return delivery? This is a material document 3850. 3850 is the material document. So I'll put it over here. Okay, 3850. Now vendor will do the subsequent delivery. Subsequent delivery. So now we will see how to do this subsequent delivery. Okay, so now go back to the MIGO screen. Here select the option subsequent delivery. Select it. It will ask you to enter the material document. Either you can enter original good receipt document, or you can enter return delivery document. You can enter any one of these. As of now, I will enter return delivery document number. So select this, enter the return delivery document number I entered. Just click on the button execute. All the data from the return delivery document will get copied over here. Now you can enter the new system will create a new batch number. When I check it, it will create a new batch number. Okay, done. Again, see the system automatically taken the movement type 101 for subsequent delivery. It has taken the movement type 101. Done. Take it. Everything is okay. Now save it or post it. So done. Now subsequent delivery is been done. So now if you go to the purchase order, now you can see that ME23N. Okay, see. Now again the subsequent delivery is updated in the purchase order. Okay, so this is the initial delivery done by the vendor. Then we returned it, return delivery 122 movement time, and then again vendor again supplied fresh material with 101 movement, that is subsequent delivery. So this is how it happens. Okay, so now again you can see the stock. If I refresh, you will be able to see the stock again. See, stock has come again 100 because we delivered the product again, material again. So this is what called subsequent delivery. Okay, interview questions: what is return delivery, what is subsequent delivery, what are the movement types, they will ask in the interviews. So you should be in a position to answer these questions. Okay, now these reasons for goods movement, you can add this goods reason for goods movement in the configuration. Okay, this I will show you when we go to the what do you call configuration. We can add, as of now we are system is showing some reasons for movement. You can add your own movements, reason for movement also against each movement type. Against each movement type you can add the reason for goods movement. You can add that. Okay, this I will show you when we go to the configuration. Okay, so next one we will be discussing is returns for purchase order. Okay, so what is this returns for purchase order? Okay, returns for purchase order also concern return deliveries of material to an external vendor. Okay, so you therefore do not create a reference to the purchase order that you have created for the original delivery or the good receipt that was posted. This is not a return delivery. You want to return some material to the vendor. Okay, for this type of return, you create a returns item in the purchase order. Okay, so when you are creating a purchase order, you will create a return item in the purchase order. Okay, you create a return item by setting the returns indicator for this item in the item overview of the purchase order. This I will show it in the system. And later you can receive a credit memo from the vendor for the return during the invoice verification. I'll tell you the scenarios. Let's say you procure some filters from a vendor. Okay, you are procuring some filters from the vendor and you used that filters, and after certain time the dirty filters you will send it back to the vendor for recycle. Okay, it's not actual return. You use the material for certain time, after that the dirty filters you want to send it to the vendor. So those kind of scenarios you go for this returns for purchase order. Now another scenario is you have agreed with your cable vendors that you can return cable remnants to them. So you use the cable, whatever the leftover cable you will be returning to the vendor. Or I'll tell you one more scenario. You have cartridges, printer cartridges. You procure cartridge from the vendor. Once that for the printers, once that cartridge is over, that ink is over, ink is exhausted, you will return the empty cartridge to the vendor. So that time you will create a returns purchase order. Okay, so thus that we will see it in the system. So whenever you create a returns purchase order, in the purchase order item, you will mark that item as a return. You will activate this checkbox. So automatically when you activate this return checkbox, system will assign the movement type 161. Movement type is 161. This is the one. Return purchase order. Movement type is 161. And automatically the stock will get reduced. Stock will get reduced in the stock reduction will happen for that material. And vendor will make you some payment, which is called credit memo. So this we will see it in the system. Okay, returns purchase order. So I already created some materials in the system. See, these are the two materials we have: cartridge, empty cartridge. This is a material code. I already created materials. Now let's create a what do you call returns purchase order. Okay, I'm creating a fresh PO, ME21N. Okay, I'm creating a PO. Enter the vendor. Okay, enter. Now I want to purchase cartridges. At the same time, I want to send back the empty cartridges to the vendor. Okay, so I'll enter the material codes now. This is a material code. Okay, enter material. This is a main material. I want to purchase, let's say, 100 cartridges. Okay, enter the plant. Okay, everything got copied. I'll enter some price. Okay, price I entered. Now at the same time, when I'm going to purchase these cartridges, I want to send the previously purchased used empty cartridges. I want to return to the vendor. So that time you enter the return cartridges code here, empty cartridge. Take this, enter here. Okay, let's say I'm returning 100. Okay, now return cartridge value will be 1 INR. Let's say enter that one. So we enter the data. We enter the data. Enter the plant here. Okay, plant here. Now you need to enter the storage location also, from which storage location you are returning. All entered. Now how you will identify this as a return item? Okay, how you will identify the second one as a return item? So if you scroll to right, here there is a checkbox. Are you able to see return item? So for the second item you activate this checkbox, return item. This is how you identify. We are here in the purchase order. For that particular item you activate checkbox return. So that means we are returning this. Now the moment you activate that, now you see what system will do. When I check the button and I click on check, okay, I checked on it. Now you see the movement time. Okay, let's go to item details. I'll go to the second item, material data, quantities and weights, delivery schedule, delivery, invoice, condition. Somewhere you can see the movement type. Just 1 minute. Text, delivery address, confirmation, condition control, where you can see the movement type. Just 1 minute. Sorry, this is not in the PO. We are in the MIGO. You can see the movement type. Sorry, we are still at PO level, right? In PO you cannot see. When you go to the MIGO, that time for this material, system will automatically assign the movement type 161 when you are creating the material document. Sorry, not in the purchase order, in the material document. Okay, so now I'll as of now first I'll save this PO. I'm saving this PO. So PO got created. This is a PO. Copy the PO number, take the PO number, and now let's do the MIGO. Okay, MIGO. Okay, so select option, goods receipt, purchase order, enter the purchase order number, movement type 101. Okay, now if you observe carefully, for the second item, what is the movement type? Movement type is 161. That means we are going to return it. We are here. And at the same time, I'll go to one more screen. Stock overview of this material. What is the material number? The material number is 223. Okay, 223. 223. Okay, so now if you click on the button, new selection, what is the current stock of this M3 cartridge? The current stock is 9,990. 9,990. Now when I do that, when I create the material document, 100 stock will get reduced from the stock. That means we are returning it. Okay. So now let me post the material document. Check everything. Okay. Enter storage location. Okay. For this storage, for the main material which we are procuring, I entered the storage location. Check once. All done. Document is okay. Now you post it. Okay, done. Material document is posted. Now if you go to the stock overview of the empty cartridges, if I refresh the screen, there will be a stock reduction will happen. So refresh the screen. See, now stock has become 9,890. That means from the initial stock 100 got reduced. So if I go to put the cursor on the stock, go to material movements, right click, see 161 movement has happened. 161 movement has happened. 161 movement. This is a material document number. Today is the date, and this is a quantity. Okay. So that is all about what you call returns for purchase order. Okay. Now we will be discussing on the cancellation part. Okay. material document cancellation. So what is this material document cancellation? Okay, sometimes you created a PO, you received the material from the vendor. So when you are entering the material document, sometimes you may enter wrong quantity, incorrect quantity. You received 500, but you entered only 450 or something, or you entered incorrect movement type, incorrect movement type. So if you do this kind of thing, you can cancel that material document. You can cancel that material document. Okay, so this is what cancellation. This is not a return. Return is different, cancellation is different. Return means you are returning the stock to the vendor back, but here only just you are doing the cancellation of the material document, and again you will do the creation of the material document again. So basically it's a correcting the errors. So we will see how to cancel the material document. Now I'll create a fresh PO. Okay, ME21N, enter. Okay, I'm creating a purchase order again. Okay, what was the material we were using? 201, huh? 201. Okay, take the material. First let me enter the vendor. Okay, purchase organization, purchasing group, company code. Enter the material. Enter the material. Let's say 100. Okay, enter the plant 1000. Okay, done. Everything has come. Check once. Okay, everything is okay. Now save the PO. So PO got created. Okay, now against this PO, let's do the MIGO. Let's do the MIGO. Okay, go back. MIGO MIGO. Okay, good receipt purchase order. Enter the purchase order number. Okay, enter the storage location. It will create a batch. Check once. It will create a batch. That's okay. Done. Everything is done. Now I am posting the goods movement. Now once we posted, we observed that we posted some wrong movement type or wrong quantity or whatever. So now you can see the cancellation of this document. Cancellation of this document. So how to do the cancellation? Select from this option, cancellation. See, there is an option called cancellation. Select that material document. Here also material document. Enter the material document number. Okay, enter. Now it will do the cancellation. The movement type will be one or two. Always remember, for the cancellation of material document, the movement type will be +1 of the initial movement. Let's say if the initial movement is initial movement type is, let's say, 101, then its cancellation will be 102 +1. Okay, now let's say you made some material document with movement type 561, then its cancellation movement type will be 562. Always +1, always +1. So that's what it will happen. See, now as I'm doing cancellation, system has automatically taken movement type as 1 or 2. Okay, now check. Done. Now save it, post it. So the previous material document will get cancelled. So that is what will happen, which is called cancellation. Okay. Next, now we will be discussing on the under delivery and over delivery. Under delivery and over delivery. Sometimes in your organization, due to various reasons, the vendor might not be able to deliver full quantity. Okay. Suppose let's say you created a PO, purchase order. Okay, you created a purchase order for 1000 pieces. 1000 pieces. Now your vendor delivered made a delivery of only, let's say, 995 pieces, and he says he cannot deliver further quantity. So how you will manage these things in the system? So those are managed using under delivery and over delivery. So in the system you can maintain some under delivery percentage and some over delivery percentage maintained in the system. So when, let's say, your PO quantity is 100, okay, so if your under delivery tolerance is 10, up to 90 system will not give you any messages. Once your delivery is less than 90, system will give you a warning message. That means it is giving your vendor has delivered less quantity. Okay, now let's say you have a PO 100, you maintain over delivery tolerance as 10%. So up to 110 delivery, system will not give you any messages. But if you are delivering more quantity, that means more than 110, then system will give you the error message. It will not allow you to make the GR. But as of now, now we will see the normal scenario. Now we will see the normal scenario. Let's create a fresh PO again. ME21N. I'm creating a fresh PO again. Enter. I'll enter the material. Now this time I'll enter the quantity only as 100. Plant is 1000. Okay, I entered it. Now let me do the check. Okay, no messages issued during check. Okay, now here if you go to the if you go to the delivery schedule, if you go to the delivery tab, here you see in the delivery tab there is no over delivery, there is no under delivery. Nothing is maintained. Nothing is maintained. As of now, there's a percentages are not there. Okay, now I'll save this PO. I'll save this PO. Okay, PO got created. Let us select the PO. And I selected the PO. Now let's do the GR. Okay, MIGO. Okay, again select good receipt, purchase order, select the option purchase order, enter the PO. Now here instead of 100, let's say I enter 120. 120. Okay. Okay, now when I do the check, what message you are getting? You are getting error message. PU ordered quantity exceeded by 20 liter. System will not allow you to do the delivery more than the PO quantity because as of now nothing is set up. If you maintain at least 10%, at least it will allow you to make 10% more than the order quantity. At least that will allow. But as of now we have not maintained any over delivery or under delivery. Over delivery it will not allow anyhow. Over delivery it will not allow. But under delivery it will allow as of now, but with a warning or a warning message. Even if you post 99 also, because as of now under delivery tolerance is also not maintained in the system as of now. So I am not saving this. You cannot receive more quantity, that is anyhow. Now let's go back. I'll not save this. Okay, again I will do MIGO. Okay, again I will enter the same PO. Now when I enter the list quantity, let's say I'll enter 90 quantity. Okay, now when I do the check, see, you are getting a warning message. Deficit of order quantity 10 liter. Okay, but system will allow because it is only a warning message. This you are getting because as of now there are no under delivery, there are no over delivery tolerances maintained. Now we will see when we maintain under delivery or over delivery tolerances, how system will behave. Okay, so normally the under delivery, over delivery tolerances are maintained like this. Okay, they are maintained in the configuration in the purchasing value key. In the purchasing value key, when you maintain this, when you assign this key in the material master of the material, that will get copied to your purchase order. That will get copied to the purchase order, provided you don't have any info record. So first I will show you in the configuration where this purchasing value key is maintained. Okay, so let's go to the configuration. Okay, I'll not save this. Okay, go to configuration SPRO, SAP reference IMG, go to materials management, purchasing. Okay, here in the purchasing, in the material master you have this, open it. Here you have defined purchasing value key, so open this. Okay, you have a lot of purchasing values. Let me, purchasing value keys are there. Let me select second one, go here, go details. We will discuss this first reminder, second reminder in further classes. As of now, today we will be discussing on the under delivery and over delivery tolerances. Okay, so you have some, this is a place where you maintain under delivery and over delivery tolerances. Now go back, let us see, we have one more called SCA. Let us see what it is set up. Now we will use this one. So what I will do, here I will maintain, let's say same scenario will execute. Under delivery tolerance, we will maintain as 10%. It is already there. Over delivery tolerance, I will maintain as 20%. 20%. Or both 10% we will maintain. So both already 10% is there, right? Both of them are 10%, right? Correct? Sorry, it is 5%. Both of them. Okay, let us put both 10%. Okay, let us put both 10% under delivery and over delivery. Both are entered as 10%. Okay, now save this purchasing value key. Done. Okay, continue. It will ask for a transport request. Okay, so this is my purchasing value key. This purchasing value key you will assign in the material master for the material. So let's go to the material master. So what is a material? The material we were using is, this is a material 201 hydrochloric acid, right? So let's go to the material master. /n mm02. Go to change mode, enter, go to the purchasing tab, go to the purchasing view, continue, plant is 1000, go here. Here you see there is a field called purchasing value key. Now you will assign that here. Okay, so I'll assign this one, SA, which is having 10% under delivery, 10% over delivery. So I'll assign that here. Enter, done. Now save it. Okay, so we have assigned that. Now let's take this material. Now let us create a new PO. Now you see how system will behave. Okay, we don't have PI record, right? Info record. Let's check once. Acha, already exists. Okay, info record already exists. So let's do that. We will maintain in the info record also, because the first priority will be taken from info record. So I'll go to purchasing organization data. Here also I'll maintain. Okay, here also I'll maintain, because the priority will, if it not maintained in the material master, if it is maintained in the purchase info record, first priority will be given to the purchase info record. Okay, if not maintained in the purchase info record, then it will take from the material master. So that is a one. So purchasing value key. Purchasing value key. Okay, so first priority will be for the PIR, purchase info record, and second priority will be material master. Of course, in our case, we maintained same both in material master and what you call purchase info record. So now I'll create a fresh PO. Now you see how the system will behave. Okay, so now let's go and create a fresh PO. ME21M. I'm creating a fresh PO. Enter the vendor. Okay, enter the purchase on company code. Okay, I enter the material code. Now I'm creating PO for 100. Okay, done. Now if you observe, see, now over delivery tolerance, under delivery tolerance has copied from the master data, either from PA info record or from material master. They will get copied to the purchase order. So it got copied to the purchase order. So this is how you design purchasing value key in the system. Okay, so it happened. Now you see how the system will behave. Okay, so I'll save this PO. I'll save this purchase order. Okay, so purchase order got created. Select this purchase order. Okay, select this purchase order. Now let's go and do the MIGO. When I'm doing the MIGO, you see what will happen. Okay, go to receive purchase order. Enter the purchase order number. Enter. The actual quantity is 100. I'll enter the storage location. We will create a batch also. Just 1 minute. Let us create a batch. What happened? Okay, check. Okay, now it has created a batch. So till this part is okay. Now PO quantity is 100. PO quantity is 100. Now we have put delivery tolerance as 10% under delivery. Okay, so up to 90, system will not give you any message now. Suppose let's say I will enter receiving quantity as 95. Receiving quantity as 95. Enter. Now if you check, is system giving any messages? No. System is not giving any message. That means this quantity is within our tolerance range. But if I enter the quantity as let's say below 90, or let's say I will enter as 85 or 80, now system will give you the under delivery warning message. Okay, so suppose now if I make this 85, I make this as 85. Okay, I made it. Now if I click on the button check, see, now it is giving the message. It is giving the message. Okay, so that is how system will behave. Now we'll check for the over delivery tolerance. Now here up to 110 is allowed. System will allow you to make the over delivery also. You can receive more material, but more than 110 it will not allow. Here it will give you the error. Here it will give you the error for over delivery. Now I'll show you that. Now I'll not save this. Now let's make it as 105. Not 5. I increase the quantity. Now when I check, see, there is no message. There is no message here because we have the over delivery percentage. But now let's say if I enter the quantity as 120, now you see how system will behave. When I check, see, system is throwing the error. You cannot receive more than 110. You cannot receive more than 110. Okay, so this is how the under delivery and over delivery tolerances will work in the system. Okay, so now we will discuss on the open PO quantity. So what is this open PO quantity? Open PO quantity means, let's say you created a purchase order for 100 pieces. You created a purchase order for 100 pieces and you received that time, the open PO quantity will be 100. Open PO quantity will be 100. Now, after that, you received first quantity as 40 pieces. You received 40. So now the open quantity will be 60. 100 minus 40, the open PO quantity will be 60. Now again you received another 50. Another 50. So now the open quantity will be 60 minus 50, 10 pieces. 10 pieces. Now let's say from whatever you received total 90, you made a return delivery of 50. So when you make a return delivery of 15, again your open quantity will become 25. 10 and you returned 15, so that will get added. So your open PO quantity will be 25. So like this, open PO quantity will get updated in the purchase order. Okay, so I will show you this in the system. We will see now some practicals. So now let's go back. Okay, I'll create a fresh PO now again. I'll create a fresh PO, ME21N. Okay, I'm creating a fresh PO. Okay, so now let's say I will do one thing. I'll remove all the tolerances now. I don't want any tolerances as of now. You can PO level, you can remove also. You can remove also. Check once for any issues. Everything is okay. Now I'm saving the PO. So PO got created. Take the PO. Now this PO you copy it. Okay. Now go back. Okay. Now if you see in the PO, suppose first if you go to the PO, okay, if you go to the PO, delivery schedule, just 1 minute. See, now what is the open quantity here now? 100. Total quantity you have to receive is 100. As of now, total PO open quantity is 0 because we have not received any quantity now. Okay, now I'll do the partial GR. Now you see what will happen. I'll go to one more. I'll go to one more session. Okay, so now I'll do the MIGO. Okay, good receipt purchase order. Enter the purchase order number. Okay, storage location. I entered it. Check once. We'll create a batch. That's okay. And now here I will receive what is our scenario. let's say I'll make a GR for 40. Okay, I'll make 40. Done. I'm receiving 40 liter out of 100. Check once. Okay, that's okay. You are getting warning message. That's okay. Continue. Now post it. Okay, done. Material document is posted. Now if you go to the PO, if you go back to the PO, again go to ME23N. If you go to the PO, see, now what is the open quantity? 60. GR quantity is 40 and open quantity is 60. That's what system will show, the open quantity, open PO quantity. Now I'll do the GR for another 50, another 50. Okay, second GR I will do, same purchase order, enter. Now I'll do it for another 50. That what, right? Another 50. 50. Enter the storage location. Okay, let me check. It will create batch. Okay. Okay, done. Post it. Okay, done. Now go to the PO again. Go to the PO. Go back to ME23N again. See. Now what is the open quantity now? 10. We received total 90. It is showing the open quantity here. This you can check it in the delivery schedule tab. You can check it in the delivery schedule tab. Okay, delivery schedule tab here. You can check it up here. Now let's say from this, if you do the return delivery for 15 pieces, now again open quantity will become 25. So now I'll do some return delivery against this material document. Let me go to the purchase order history. From this second material document, I'll take this material document. Okay, now let us do the return delivery. Okay, go back, go to the MIGO transaction, MIGO. Okay, now let's do the return delivery. Okay, this is my document. Enter. Okay, let's say I will return 15 pieces. I will do the return delivery of 15 pieces only. 15. Okay, I'm doing return delivery. Check. Enter reason for movement. Okay. Okay, where it is? Reason for movement. Enter this. Let's say damaged. Out of 50, 15 got damaged. So I'm doing return delivery. Done. Check. Now post it. So out of 50 which is received as a second delivery, we are returned 50. Now you go to the PO. Now you see in the PO what is the open quantity now. So let's go to the PO again. ME23N. Go to the PO. See, if you go to the delivery schedule tab, see, now the open quantity again has become 25. Okay, so this is the one. This is the one. This is how system will update. Okay, so this is what called open quantity. Always you can check what is the open quantity in the system. Okay, now the next one we will be discussing is delivery completed checkbox. Okay, so normally in the sometimes what happens is your vendor says, let's say your purchase order is created for 1000. Okay, now vendor delivered 995 pieces. Vendor delivered 995 pieces. Okay, now as per system, pending delivery is 5 pieces, correct? But now vendor says I cannot deliver more, so that PO has to be closed. So if you want to do that, you have an option called delivery completed indicator in the purchase order. That indicator you need to activate. If you activate that, system will consider that PO as closed. Okay, so I'll show you that how to do that. Let us create a fresh PO again. Okay, ME21 here. I'll create a fresh PO. Okay, I'm creating a fresh PO. Okay, I'm creating a fresh PO for 100 quantity. Okay, save it. PO got created. select the PO, copy the PO. Okay, so now if you go back, now let's do the MIGO. Let's do the MIGO. Okay, goods receipt, purchase order, enter the purchase order number. Enter. Let's say I'm receiving only 95. Okay, I'm receiving only 95. Check once. Okay, done. Okay, done. Now you post it. So out of 100, we received only 95. We received only 95. Okay, now let's go to the PO ME23N. Okay, ME23N. You go to the PO. Now, if you go to the delivery schedule, see, total quantity was 100. Vendor delivered 95. So the open. Oh, system is closed it. Okay. See, why system is closed it means I'll tell you. Why system closed it? See, delivery completed indicator system already closed. Okay. Why it is closed is that quantity is within the delivery percentage. Delivery percentage. So system automatically made the delivery completed indicator. It already activated it. Delivery completed indicator it activated. As the delivery completed indicator activated, see the open quantity is now 0. The open quantity is now 0. Okay, I'll show you the manual one. Actually, in the PO, I'll create a fresh PO. Actually, in the PO, that delivery tolerances were there. That is why it has closed it. Just 1 minute. I'll create a fresh PO. Just 1 minute. I'll create a fresh PO again for 100. Okay, done. Okay, if you go to delivery, I'll remove these tolerances. I remove this because of these tolerances were there, system closed that PO actually. Okay, now here you see delivery completed is not activated as of now. We are just creating the PO. Check once for any issues. No issues. Post it. PO created. PO posted it. Okay, now let me against this PO. Let me receive the quantity. Go back. MIGO. Enter the PO number. Okay, PO number. Enter the storage location. It will create a batch first. Okay, done. Now let's say I received only 95. Received only 95. Now post it. Okay, done. Material document posted. Now if you go to the PO ME23N. Okay, if you go to the PO delivery schedule, see, out of 100 we received 95. Still it is showing open quantity 5. And now there is no delivery tolerances. So that's why open quantity is now PO. But now vendor informed that I cannot deliver any more quantity. Okay, so if that is the case, what you will do is you can set that manually delivery completed indicator. So go to change mode, go to delivery tab. Here there is a field called delivery completed. So now you activate this checkbox. The moment you activate this checkbox, if you go to the delivery schedule tab, see, now open quantity has become 0. That means PO is now closed. PO is now can be closed. That is how it will work. Now save it. So either you can activate delivery completed indicator manually, or if the quantity which is received within the tolerances, okay, in the purchase order we are using over delivery or under delivery tolerance. Now the PO quantity is, let's say, 100. Now the GR quantity is, let's say, within the tolerance. System will automatically set the delivery completed indicator. Okay, so that's what. So in this case, if the received quantity is from 90 to 100 or up to 105, if it is done, system will automatically set the delivery completed indicator. Okay, and in the configuration at plant level, if you want to activate this functionality, automatic delivery completed checkbox activation, in the plant level you need to activate this checkbox. So once you do this configuration, and once you in the purchase order, if you maintain the tolerances according to the delivered received quantity or quantities, system will automatically set the delivery completion indicator. Okay, so this is how it will happen. Either you can do manually or you can do what you call automatically by defining this over delivery and under delivery tolerances in the purchase order. Okay, so now the next one we will be discussing is SLED, shelf life expiration date check. Okay, you can have both minimum remaining shelf life expiration date check in the material master. Okay, so what is this shelf life expiration date? Normally when you go to a medical shop, when you go to a pharmacy or medical shop, what you will do when you purchase some tablets or capsules, what you will see on the strips, you will see batch number, okay, or you will see manufacturing date, and you will see expiry date, correct? You will see this expiry date. Okay, so now this expiry, once this expiry is reached, you will not be using that material anymore. Okay, on top of this, in SAP, let's say you are receiving a material from a supplier, so you have the option of checking minimum remaining shelf life. This you can check. Okay, if this minimum remaining shelf life is not there, system will not allow GR. If not sufficient, no GR. System will not allow GR, goods receipt, no GR. So this is what will happen. Okay, so basically here what happens is, I'll tell you the scenario. You vendor supplied a material to you, he give you date of manufacture, and at the same time he will give you the total shelf life of the material. Okay, let's say total shelf life is 30 days. Its shelf life is 30 days. That means after 30 days anyhow you are not going to use this. Okay, now you are receiving this material into your plant on a particular date. Now when you are receiving on the date, system will check whether remaining shelf life is available or not. Okay, on the date, let's say total shelf life is 30 days. 30 days. 30 days. Now on the 10th day you are receiving the material. Manufactured on first day. On the 10th day you are receiving. So remaining shelf life is how many days? 20 days. So if you maintain remaining shelf life has to be 20 days in the material master, it will allow. Let's say you are receiving on 12th day. Now what is the remaining shelf life? Only 18 days. So that time system will not allow you to do the GR. So this is what remaining shelf life. I'll show you this in the system, you will understand. Okay, so SLED means date of manufacture plus total shelf life. Okay, so to activate this one, you need to maintain in the material master, you need to maintain this minimum remaining shelf life. Okay, and at the customization level, you have to activate this movement plant level, you have to activate best before date check, you have to activate. Okay, and after that for movement type, whether you want this shelf life expiration date or not, you have to activate. Okay, so we'll check this. Let's go back. Okay, go to material master MM02. Okay, go to material master, change. Here you go to what you call plan data storage one view. You go here you maintain. Let's say total shelf life is 30 days. 30 days and remaining shelf life should be 20 days. So when I'm receiving the material, at least there should be 20 days of remaining shelf life should be there. Otherwise system should not allow the GR. Okay, so this is the total shelf life. This is the minimum remaining shelf life. Okay, now I am saving this. Okay, now save it. Done. Now done. Okay, now let's create the PO. Now I'll create a fresh PO. ME21N. Okay, enter the vendor number, enter, Okay, so now plant is 1000. Let's say material quantity, let's say 100. Okay, all the data got copied. Check once. Now save it. Okay, done. PO got created. Okay, copy the PO. Now let's do the GR. So when I'm doing the GR, MIGO. Okay, good receipt purchase order. Enter the purchase order number. Okay, now enter the storage location. Okay, it will ask you to create the batch. It will create a batch and it is asking you to enter the date of production because we already activated the what do you call SLAD. We have activated it. Now if you go to detailed data, if you go to the batch, okay, here if you see, it will ask you to enter the date of manufacture. Okay, it will ask you to enter the date of manufacture. So let's say my date of manufacture is 5/05/07/2018. This batch is manufactured on this date. This will be provided by the vendor supplier. Okay, now if this is the date of manufacture, what is the expiry date? Okay, I'll put it over here. You will be able to understand. This is my batch number. Just 1 minute. This is my batch number. What is the manufacturing date we are entering? Okay, what is the manufacturing date we are entering? This is a manufacturing date. Okay, I entered here. What is the expiry date? As per the shelf life we maintain 30 days, correct? What shelf life we maintain? 30 days in the material master, correct? I'll show you again. If you go to MM03, if you go to plant data storage one view, what is the total shelf life we maintained? 30 days. So what system does is, system will add 30 days to this one, manufacturing date. It will add 30 days. Okay. So if you add 30 days to this manufacturing date, what should be? It should be around 05/08/2008, correct? 08/2008. It should be around expiry date. So let's check that also. System will propose it. When I do the check, it will propose you the SLED, total shelf life check. See, already you are getting the message. Shortfall of 14 days against remaining shelf life. I'll show you that. But as of now, what should be your shelf life? It should be around 05/08/2018. Correct? 30 days. But now when we are receiving this material, this is a shelf life expiry, total shelf life expiry after 30 days. This is a total shelf life expiry. Now, what is a GR date? What is a goods receipt date? We are receiving the goods on which date? 29/07/2018. Okay, and what is the minimum remaining shelf life we maintained? 20 days. So when you are receiving the material, at least 20 days of shelf life should be remaining. But now we are receiving this material on this date 29, that means today, and expiry is on 5th. So how many days it is left over? Approximately leftover is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost 7 days is left over. Okay, so 7 days is left over after this. 7 days left over. But what we are expecting, we should have a minimum of 20 days should be left over. That is why now, as this is not matching the criteria, not meeting the criteria, system will not allow you to do the GR. Now when I do the check, see, okay, system has changed. That's okay. Okay, let us put it as 4th. System is telling it is 4th. Okay, check. See, now what error you are getting? Shortfall of 14 days against remaining shelf life in current item. So error message. System will not allow you to post. Even though if you try to post, it will throw the error. It will not allow you to post. So that is the minimum remaining shelf life check during the GR. Okay, during the GR, it will check whether it is minimum remaining shelf life is existing or not. If it is there, it will allow. If it is not there, it will throw the error. I'll show you that also. Let's say now I'll change this. Let's say I'll put the manufacturing date as, let's say 20th. 20th. Okay, 20th. Now I'll check once. See, now system proposed the expiry date. What is the expiry date? 19th of August. So 19th of August means we have 20 days left over. We have 20 days left over from today's date. So now it will allow you to do the posting. See, it allows you to do the posting. So that is how system will check the minimum remaining shelf life during the GR. If it is not there, it will not allow you to make the GR. This is what we discussed. Okay. You enter the date of manufacture. First, the system will calculate the total shelf life, and on the GR date, still any minimum remaining shelf life is there or not, it will check. And if it is there, it will allow GR. If it is not there, the minimum remaining shelf life is not meeting, then system will not allow GR. Not okay. Not okay. Okay, so that is what will happen. Okay. So with this, we have come to the end of what you call GR.
This conference will now be recorded.